It's our second to last morning and it's like 6:30. We're still in Windigo. I think I'm gonna go check out the sunrise. That's pretty. Rained pretty good last night. Got a little bit of thunder. Some pretty good wind too, but it didn't last very long. Check that out. Doesn't get much prettier than that. Oh my goodness. This is the view from our campsite. I am literally steps away from where I slept last night. Pretty awesome. So last night, right after it stopped raining, it was pitch black out here, so I couldn't actually see it, but I knew there was a moose in the water. You could hear it splashing around. It was doing the same thing that the other moose were doing in the morning yesterday. So it sounded exactly the same. And he sounded quite close, he or she, but couldn't see it. It was too dark and I didn't want to just shine my headlamp at it. Let it do its thing. I don't know if that counts as number 10 or not, but still a cool experience to listen to it out here. We'll see if any more come in this morning. It's time to make some coffee. Sounds good, doesn't it? This is what we have left for breakfast. So we have some extras because we didn't eat our breakfast yesterday. We have some extra coffees, but we planned for that. But yeah, that's it for breakfast, which is actually quite a bit. But we got to Windigo a day early, so we ate a few less than we thought we would. Ooh, that smells really good. Cheers. It's fogging up my glasses. It's really good. Check out those Isle Royale socks.
They are super warm.
Really cute on them.
They were the Parasleep socks I wish I brought.
Yep. Bought those at the gift shop here in Windigo. Stylish and comfy. I was just finishing my coffee and I heard splashing and there's a moose out here. Oh my goodness. Just going the wrong way. Oh, it's a big animal. See it to the left of the frame there? Right there. All you can kind of see is the butt right now in the center of the frame there, underneath that pine tree bough. yeah.
So this is how we spend our time now at Washington Creek, staring at water and listening for and watching moose. Yesterday, we stared at those moose for probably an hour and a half, and now we have either a cow or a very, very small bull. So Ashley is just going to stare at the animal while drinking her coffee until the animal goes away. I will say my favorite part if you watch them, because they're little piggies and they stick their mouths in to the water and eat the grasses underwater until they almost choke. They have to raise their heads up real quick and start coughing for air, and then they shake their heads like dogs, and it's pretty funny and I enjoy it.
They're majestic, but not dogs.
I'm not surprised that there are such beautiful and intricate webs on this island, because they have these brown spiders with white stripes that are probably as big as my hand, and those things are huge, and they can, I'm sure, weave amazing webs, since they could probably lift up sticks and build a web out of regular materials if they liked. They are gigantic and scary. Yeah. I don't know if they build webs. Maybe they're so big they beat up the other spiders and make them make the webs for them, because they're gigantic monsters. But they eat mosquitoes, so that's pretty cool. Also, they're not spiders. They're spooters. Please and thank you.
Breakfast time. We're kind of done with the oatmeal, so we're having our kind bars that we saved for the Minong. So we have an extra day of food and snacks for on trail that we didn't eat.
And I will say, at the store, up on top of the hill, they do have some little breakfast sausages, little breakfast Sammy things that look like a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich.
And a microwave.
That seems like a long way up right now. And the honest truth is, we get up earlier than most of the people we've seen on this island. So they don't even open until 9, and I don't feel like going all that way just for a little breakfast sandwich.
I think part of the reason we've seen 10 moose on this trip versus last year where we saw 1 moose. One reason is we're further away from the huge crowds on the east side of the island.
Mm-hmm.
The other reason is we've gotten up earlier on this trip. Last trip I would get up at sunrise, take pictures of the sunrise, and then I'd go back to the shelter or tent and I would just immediately start packing up. And then we would just kind of take our time at camp, and we wouldn't leave and get on trail until after 9. It seemed like this year we were usually on trail by 8:30ish, roughly. I'd have to look at the footage to be sure, but we were on the trail earlier this year, and I think just having our system down, now that we've hiked together so much, especially in the last year, with this same equipment, that we've just finally got it down to where we have a system in the morning and we get on trail faster. And because of that, I think we're seeing a lot of moose, because most of ours were in the mornings, if I recall correctly.
Even the ones that felt like afternoon, it was near noon, because by noon we'd been hiking for 3.5, 4 hours, and covering pretty decent distance.
Which also means when we get to camp, we're getting to camp way early, so we have a better chance at getting a kind of our pick of campsite. Now that doesn't happen every time, and you can't expect to have your pick of campsite, but you get a little better chance if you're rolling in right as people are rolling out.
Yeah.
And that's taking our time too. We're not necessarily flying down the trail. We stop, we eat, we have snacks, we make sure we drink water, and we're filming too. Our moose is still over there eating, but he or she is still too far away to tell if it's a young bull or a cow. I'm hoping it's a cow, because we have never seen a cow moose on this island. Come on, lift up your head. Oh, tiny little horns. It's a young bull. Just a normal day in Isle Royale. Really close to camp. Hey, we did that trail. Just a heads up, here in Windigo there is a couple electrical outlets in the laundry room and then also in the bathroom. So if you do have a phone charger that you're bringing, like we usually bring the anchor and just the cable part to the phone charger, but if you bring the piece that plugs into here, you can charge your phone. Not that you have any cell service here, but if you use it for reading or podcasts or anything, that's there's a spot to charge. Here's the prices for different things here in Windigo. Mainly showers are $5.51, towel and soap $2.65, washing machine is $10.99, and then the dryer is $2. Okay guys, I think the last time we talked to you was when we had the moose out in front of the shelter early this morning. That was at like 6:30. We watched that moose until like 9:15, like I'm not even kidding. Yeah, we just kind of spent the whole day to ourselves away from the camera, just kind of hanging out here in Windigo. Now we're going to make a little early dinner, and then this afternoon we're going to go to one of the ranger programs. And I'm slowly kind of getting stuff organized for the plane tomorrow, trying to pack away the things I know we're not going to use, like rain gear. Finishing drying out Matt's pack, which is still wet from that rain. So, yeah. So we will check back in with you when we head up to see the ranger program. But for now, Matt is going to make himself some ramen.
Yep, there is no point in taking a lot of this food home, so we're gonna forego the pizza, as delicious as it is, and have some. I'm gonna have some ramen. She's gonna snack on some other stuff.
As we were eating there, I noticed there's another moose out here. Number 11. See him out there? Bunch of ducks playing over there too. Might be the same guy as this morning. Pretty hard to tell, but I think he's got small horns behind his ears. Mergansers are swimming up to the moose. He's right there. And there's a whole flotilla of these little mergansers and their mama. They're cute. Getting closer. Okay guys, we just came back from the ranger program up at the visitor center, and it was on the creepy crawlies on the island, and it was actually super interesting.
And how they all fit in the ecosystem, and we should appreciate all of them.
Like ticks, mosquitoes, and snakes, and
Bats.
Just kind of how they all work together in the ecosystem here, so it's kind of cool.
So we're back at camp and seeing if we have any chunky wumpuses, as I like to call them, moose, because they will eat for like 4 hours.
I don't know if there's any out here. Let's look. I don't see any over there. Oh, you know what, Matt? There is one. Look. Oh my gosh. Look at this.
These just keep eating
Look at this.
forever.
He's kind of far out. You see him?
That's 12 now?
12, yeah, out there feeding. Oh my gosh. Another moose. How cool. Sweet.
They're such tubbers. Oh, he's looking, he's like, you're not skinny either, dude.
Well guys, it's starting to get kind of dark here. At the shelter, it's, I'm not sure what time it is, it's getting kind of late. But it's cooled down. And I kind of felt like having a little hot chocolate. We don't have any, but I do have breakfast essential left, the rich milk chocolate. So I think I'm just going to make one of those to sip on while I finish off my book. I'm almost done. So that was the perfect length book for this trip. So I'm going to make this up real quick.
looks pretty good.
Smells like hot chocolate.
It smells like hot chocolate. The rich milk chocolate flavor is basically Swiss Miss. It's not made with milk, but it'll do. Perfect for a little bit of a chilly night here. Well, we're just getting ready for bed here, and Matt's pad, the baffle just broke. See that down the center? It's supposed to look like this. Now it's got like a big tumor. So, I guess it's good that it happened tonight and not 9 nights ago. But yeah, looks like we're buying a new pad. Hold on, my mouth's full.
I'm itching and snotting anyway. Just leave this in so I can see how disgusting we are.
Uh-oh. Record button's not working. It's like stuck on the cord.
Booters.